Hey, I bet you wear clothes. Hello, taco balls and enjoyers. I'm back from spring break, and I'm no longer crippled. It seems that the CIA has allowed me to continue making content, but they did give me this beat-ass haircut, so I don't know if I'm really winning.
Let's go, pencil neck.
Now, here previously on the Taco Balls channel, we have addressed personal style for both entire outfits and individual items. So if you are a regular viewer of the bullshit that I put on this channel, you will have at the very least a basic grasp of how to make use of menswear and a basic grasp of how to define your own personal style. But in one of those videos a long time ago, where I bastardized the concept of fashion using a poorly drawn graph with suspiciously named labels, I mentioned one thing that is perhaps one of the hardest things to define when it comes to fashion: how good or effective an outfit is. And I made that point, and I said that one day I would make you guys a video where I talked about it. Well, today is that video. We will really be getting into the weeds with this video. And today we are gonna ask ourselves, what makes drip? Now, I know that fashion does not need to be that deep, but we're gonna make it that deep because we have free will. So, looking at the graphs that we have explored in the past, we've been able to pinpoint different kinds of style, but we have never talked about how to make a good outfit in a certain style. And that's something that we can't just quantify with these graphs, because let's say that I took a cowboy hat and I put it on the man-day graph from a couple videos ago. We can objectively pinpoint the style makeup of this particular item, and that resulting graph can be objectively true because we're talking about style. But then if we try and add an axis that's like how good of an item it is, how do we even quantify that, right? It's not that simple. We can't just put it on an axis the way that we put tank and twing on an axis. Drip is subjective, but obviously there's good drip and there's bad drip. It's an interesting idea, especially in today's age, because at the end of the day, it's technically all subjective. For example, if you are a frat guy and you wear frat guy fashion, people at a general university are probably going to perceive your outfit as better compared to people at maybe like an art school or something. So which one is objectively better? The answer is that both are bad. I'm just kidding, that's a joke. Both are fine. But that is the first thing we have to think about. When someone puts on an outfit with thought behind it, for whose approval or benefit is the outfit for? And there are two objectively correct answers to that question, and they fit together neatly like puzzle pieces: the wearer of the outfit and those who perceive it. But sometimes the effectiveness of an outfit can be defined by one specific item that you're wearing: a hat, or a pair of nice glasses, or a belt. Well, it's a good thing this video is sponsored by Anson Belt and Buckle. Anson is a family-run company that has basically reinvented the belt. If you're looking for a way to experiment with belt styles and you're not sure how to get into it, Anson is the perfect brand for you to get into that. First off, instead of holes, Anson uses a micro-adjustable track system with 1/4-inch increments. This lets you finely adjust the tightness of your belt for your unique outfit, and it gives you a perfect fit every time. But that ain't all they have to offer. If you've ever wanted to experiment with a different buckle on the same belt, then Anson has got you covered, because their buckles and belts are interchangeable. You can swap out a buckle from one belt and put it on another one if you want to try a completely new look. It's a sturdy mechanism that's designed to stay in place wherever you go. That little feature, by the way, has some more added benefits. Recently, I was traveling, and instead of having to take off my whole belt when I was going through security, I could just take off the buckle and put it back on. Anson is a company that makes a product that I fully endorse. Their belts are awesome. The box set that Anson sent me came with 3 different belts and 3 different buckles, which, if you do a little math, means that I have 9 belt combos. In addition, if you want your belt to have a specific purpose, they got you covered. They have carry belt, they have belts with pockets, they have belts specifically designed with durability and invincibility in mind. Whatever situation you're looking for, whatever kind of outfit you've got, I guarantee Anson has a belt and buckle for that outfit. And because Anson Belt and Buckle is sponsoring today's video, when you click the link in the description or scan this QR code to build your box set, you'll get 2 bonus pieces: a buckle and a strap, completely free. 3 buckles and 3 straps, which once again can be mixed and matched into 9 unique belt combinations, all in one box. It's an exclusive deal that you won't get anywhere else, so make sure to click that link, build your set, and upgrade your belt game today. Thanks again to Anson for sponsoring the video. Let's get back to it. So there, we have figured out what it takes to make a good outfit. Wait, that can't be it. Isn't that too simple? Yeah, yep, that is way too simple. Do you really think I was done here? Look at how much of the video is left. I need all the delicious watch time I can get. So now that we know that the parameters of a good outfit are first defined by the right ratio of external and internal perception, I've narrowed down 4 factors that I believe are the most important when it comes to trying to quantify the quality of a fit.
My God, that is the best coffee I've ever tasted.
First statistic is clarity, or specifically clarity of purpose. The other stats build up on top of this. This doesn't relate to the articles of clothing or the outfit itself. This relates to the intention behind it. Now, what do I mean by that? Because that sounds very strangely philosophical for fashion. This factor deals a lot with how you perceive your outfit, because you're the one who chooses the purpose behind your outfit, hopefully. The questions you want to ask for this factor are, do you know what your outfit is for? Do you know what it is that you want your outfit to do? Are you trying to appeal to a certain demographic or a certain person or for yourself? Every outfit has a different purpose behind it, even if that purpose is as simple as I just want to cover my naked body. Most of the time, the purpose is just to look good, right? You want to feel bonita. But if you think about it, there are a lot of outfits out there that have different purposes. An example of an outfit that has a very clear purpose is a school uniform. A more broad comparison would be somebody who, I don't know, works on a ranch. Their outfit versus somebody who wants to performatively sit inside a library and read books. Their outfits are going to look very different because they're for different purposes. The difference between purpose can also be as small as interviewing for a company that you think might prefer suits versus just normal button-up. As long as you have a clear idea of what the purpose is behind your outfit, that's the first step for quantifying whether or not your outfit is good. So in conclusion, this factor is graded on how clear the intention is to the wearer, not for the people perceiving it, but to the wearer. And that brings us to our second factor, which is eloquence. Eloquence basically deals with how well the intention is communicated, basically legibility of the purpose. Now, this is different than stylistic eloquence, which is, we're going to talk about that later. This is just baseline eloquence. Like, are you able to communicate what you want to communicate without having to stylize anything? Can someone who sees your outfit know exactly what your intention was in the first place? That's the question that you need to ask for this second factor. Like, we can have a stylized ranch hand outfit, right? I don't know why I keep bringing up ranch hands. It's on the mind, I guess. We can have a ranch hand outfit with style, right? But we can also have a ranch hand outfit that's maybe not as stylistic, but both clearly communicate the purpose. It's a cowboy. But my point with this factor is that you need to be able to do this before you can do this. This factor is graded on how easy it is for the purpose of the outfit to be communicated. Is it readable? So we have our purpose and we make sure that we're able to clearly communicate the purpose, and then you can start to play around with it. And that is the next factor, execution of style. Good execution of style means bending the rules, and depending on how much you bend the rules, not letting the outfit buckle. But it's a high risk, high reward kind of situation. A good analogy you can think of is like, let's say that I want to communicate that I'm hungry, okay? And then obviously the way that you could say this is you could say, I'm hungry. And that clearly communicates the message that you're trying to get across, but it doesn't do it in a very interesting way. So instead you could say, oh fuck dude, oh my god, I'm starving. Or you could say like, yes, I do believe I'm in the need of some sustenance. Like, those still communicate the message that I was trying to get across, but now they do it with style. Whether or not it's good or bad, that's the thing we'll talk about in a sec, but the point is that I'm communicating the purpose in a way that is not boring. And that's what execution of style is all about. If you're able to bend the rules a lot, but you can still execute style well, you've made a really good outfit.
What are you?
I wear nice clothes.
You're performative.
I am necessary performance.
But if you bend the rules too much and you start looking kind of crazy style, then maybe you need to reel it back a little bit. This one, I think, is the one that's like the most dependent on who is perceiving your outfit. An example of someone bending the rules very slightly is just customizing your tie if you're wearing a suit. An example of somebody really pushing the rules, but still able to keep the purpose and eloquence of a fit, we can take a look at maybe Heath Ledger's Joker. A very good example of a stylistic outfit that did not fall flat in the slightest.
Oh, and by the way, the suit, it wasn't cheap. You ought to know, you bought it.
Y2K, which I think, in my opinion, is a more extreme version of skater fashion. If I'm wrong about that, please don't drag me out in the street and shoot me. That's just my interpretation. Execution of style is also why we see all those crazy fucking people on the runway with goofy outfits. Those are just people who are really pushing style to their limits, past the point of clarity and purpose, probably. But in that case, the purpose is probably just to make an interesting shape, not even to communicate anything. This factor is graded on the more you bend the rules and succeed, the higher grade you get. And the last factor is affinity, specifically affinity with you, the wearer. We kind of already touched on this a little bit in back when we talked about the twink tank locked in horny graph. In that video, I basically said that your body type will play an important factor in what kind of style you should pursue. But back then we were only talking about basically physical attributes and not the intention behind an outfit. But we're going to take that into account here. Do you like the outfit? Are you being honest with the purpose? Are you being honest with the way you're communicating that purpose? How well does it mix with your existing physical features? I brought up this tweet before about the cowboy hat, and this tweet is very, very true. People can tell when you are lying. People can tell when somebody is wearing an outfit that they do not know how to wear. And maybe that means you're just learning how to wear the outfit. That's a little different, but you still have to take your own sensibilities into consideration. Now, affinity is interesting because really what you're trying to do with this factor is build outfit confidence. Now, is somebody with an affinity towards their outfit gonna be better at wearing the outfit? Yes, but you know, sometimes you can just fake it till you make it. Obviously, it's going to be a lot easier to make it if you're not faking it, but if you fake it enough, then maybe you'll make it. So maybe this guy with the cowboy hat could have faked his way to making it if he had just faked it a little bit better. So yeah, in a sense, affinity can be faked a little bit, but you have to be good at faking it. So that's what affinity grades. The better it mixes with you, the better it is. So now we have 4 beautiful factors, basically telling us what matters when we're trying to build an outfit. But the next step, of course, because we are insane, is there a way we can turn this into measurable metrics? So this is the garbage system that I thought about. So to grade your outfit, first you decide how much each of these 4 factors matters. As an example, for my system, I would make purpose matter for 30 points. For me, eloquence and style kind of have an equal weight to them, but not as important as purpose. So I'm gonna say that each of those is worth 20 points. Lastly, I believe that affinity should matter a lot. So I guess I would also give that 30 points, which I think brings us to a flat 100. So in theory, my outfits should always at the very least have purpose and affinity, which means that my outfits should be graded at least a D. If I add good communication on top of that, then I get a B. And then if I add good style on top of that, then I get an A. But let's take another example. Let's say that we have somebody who doesn't really care about style, but they really care about how their outfit is communicating. Maybe they're giving a TED talk, or maybe they're going to a job interview. They're not really concerned about style. In that case, purpose, I think maybe a flat 30 as well, but then eloquence should probably be like a 40 or something. And then style, maybe not as much. Maybe even a 50 for communication. And so maybe you would give yourself like 10 points left for style. And then the rest of it would be affinity. You kind of see what I'm trying to do here. I know this is insane. And then you can start to decide, is this outfit working for me? Am I wearing B's, or am I wearing A's, or am I wearing straight fucking F's? Well, there we go. Now we have a way to quantify effectiveness of an outfit. Do with this information whatever you will do with it.
Here's a video where we talk about specific visual things when it comes to making good outfits. Holy God, it's 5 a.m. I'm so fucking tired.
There's no reason for you to do this with every single outfit that you put on every day. You're gonna go insane. But it's a fun exercise in thinking about how we look at fashion. And once again, a reminder to check out Anson Belts, link in description. Have a great spring break if you're on spring break, and have a marvelous Sunday.